we're going to go over the zero product rule. The zero product rule is a rule that we use to solve certain equations with products like this one. A times B times C equals 0. When one side of the equation is 0, the solution is A equals 0 or B equals 0 or C equals 0. Usually A, B or C are not just single letters, but they could be expressions like x minus A, x plus B, x minus C or anything. So if you have something like this, then you take each of them separately, x minus A separately, set it equal to 0 and solve. Take x plus B, set it equal to 0 and solve. Take x minus C, set it equal to 0 and solve. Okay, so for the first one, we have minus A is being subtracted. A is being subtracted. Add A to both sides. So plus A, that gives us x equals A. Second one, you have x plus B, so subtract B from both sides. 0 minus B is negative B, so x equals minus B. Third one, add C to both sides. So x equals plus C. We're going to do some examples. In this example, we're solving x plus 4 times x plus 7 equals 0. So the zero product rule tells us to separate these. To solve x plus 4 equals 0 and solve x plus 7 equals 0 separately. Subtract 4 from both sides. So that gives us x equals minus 4. Subtract 7 from both sides, and that gives us x equals minus 7. And that's what we do with the zero product rule. We're going to do some more examples. Next example, we have x minus 5 times x minus 6 equals 0. Okay. So you solve x minus 5 equals 0 first. Add 5 to both sides, and that gives you x equals plus 5. For x minus 6 equals 0, add 6. And we end up with x equals plus 6. For this one here, we have x plus 3 times x minus 2 equals 0. So solve x plus 8 equals 0 first. Subtract 8 from both sides. So x equals minus 8. On this side, add 2 to both sides. So that gives us x equals 2. Okay, do we notice a pattern with signs? And the answer is yes. And the pattern is, when we have x minus 5, the solution is 5. Minus 6, the solution is plus 6. Plus 8, the solution is minus 8. Minus 2, the solution is plus 2. And in the first example we did, we had plus 4 and plus 7, and the solutions were minus 4 and minus 7. So the sign is the opposite of what's in there in the equation. Let's do some more examples. X plus 1 times x minus 9 equals 0. We're going to do this one directly. The solutions are going to be x equals minus 1, x equals plus 9, the opposites of those signs. For 205, we're going to separate them. 2x minus 1, we're going to set it equal to 0 and solve it by itself. Okay, add 1 to both sides, and that gives us minus 1 plus 1 will cancel. So 2x equals 0 plus 1, which is 1, x equals a half. The second part, x equals minus 2, directly. The third factor here, the x minus 9 equals 0, add 9 to both sides. So that gives us 3x equals 9, divide by 3, so x equals 3. In the next example, we have 3x times 8x minus 5 times 4x plus 1 equals 0. So we do 3x separately. 3x equals 0, divide by 3, and that gives you x equals 0. For this one, add 5 to both sides. 8x equals 5, divide by 8. The answer is x equals 5/8. For this one, for x plus 1, subtract 1. That gives you 4x equals negative 1. So x equals minus 1/4. In this next example, the answers are not going to be minus 3 and 1. Why not? It's because the right side is not 0. So we cannot apply the zero product rule yet. What do? We're going to fold the left side, multiply these out, Move the 5 to the left side so we can have 0 on the right side. And then refactor the left side. And then use the 0 product rule. So let's FOIL it. X times x is x squared. Minus x plus 3x plus 3 times 1, which is minus 3, equals 5. Subtract 5 from both sides. So x squared plus 3x minus x is plus 2x. Minus 3 minus 5 is minus 8, equals right side 0. Factor this, so this will be x plus 4 times x minus 2 equals 0. Now we can use the rule. X equals negative 4 and x equals 2. So the solutions are minus 4 and 2 in this type of example.